Welcome, beautiful souls, back in the little happy space. Gonna do another general reading. I had a nice rest from doing this for a while, and then I miss you guys. So I'm back. If you get called to have a personal reading, you could certainly email me at paintingsbycatherine@gmail.com. You can also check out my website, www.earthangel3811.com, and you could follow my YouTube channel and subscribe to it, and that is Earth Angel 3811. Meanwhile, we're going to get down the nitty gritty of what is it that our wonderful viewers need to hear. I'll be talking to a general collective, so if this doesn't resonate, certainly scroll on. Don't make it fit, okay, guys? If it's calling to you, and I think it will, because generally I'm lined up with the people that need to hear this message when I get on here, okay? All right, asking our angels, our spirit guides, with the protection of Archangel Michael, to find the messages, find their way to us through channel or through the tarot cards in only the best light that'll serve our highest purpose with no harm to any. Love and light. Spirit, please show me what we need to talk about. That guy's jumping out. Okay. It's got to do with letting go of sorrow that's been stored inside, okay? There's been some sorrow that's been stored inside. Never felt like the best time to let it out. Certainly we don't always enjoy dealing with sorrow, and sometimes we suppress it. That's what that card's about. Spirit, please tell me more about this sorrow card. What else is there in regard to this sorrow card? Oh, hello. We need to let it go. So it's standing in the way of us moving forward in a healthy way that's going to align us with everything that we're meant to be experiencing, celebrating. So it's time to let that sorrow go. I'm being told someone who's watching has carried the sorrow in their life for a long time. It's because they believe they were responsible for something negative that happened, and that's not true. It would have happened anyways. I'm getting the message. It would have happened anyway. And yeah, this was fated. This was by design. This was by design. You couldn't have done anything different. You showed up exactly the way you were meant to, with the level of experience, understanding, and wisdom that you had at that time. Before you came here, you had this soul contract with somebody. And I mean, you guys are probably besties in the spirit realm, okay? So it was determined that you would show up and be exactly, specifically that way, with that understanding, no more, no less. You would do the things that you did in order to help the other person to achieve what they needed to in every aspect. And I'm even hearing sometimes things end in someone passing and returning back home to the spirit realm. So whatever it is that you've been carrying, this burden, you're being called to release it and understand that you did exactly what you were supposed to, and it couldn't have been any other way. Yeah, I've got, Mage, I don't know if you can see goosebumps. You see that? Man, I've got goosebumps on my goosebumps. Your guardian angels, your ancestors, and your spirit team, the whole divine package is saying thank you. Get this message out, because this has been something that's almost, or it has started to cause illness in you. Very unhealthy. It's been stored long enough that it's taking up space. It's not only holding you back, but it's causing a lot of your body's got something going on, getting aches or pains. There's something there. Might even be your digestive system. And this is why. It's because you are not digesting the idea or accepting the fact that there was nothing else you could do. Okay? You showed up perfectly. It's time for you to see it for what it is. Don't look at it in the 3D matrix mind's way of looking at it. There's no guilt there. There's nothing you could have done different. And all you can do now is mourn the loss, or mourn the situation. Understand that you have a right to cry and release it because it was very traumatic for you, I'm getting. Even if you don't see it that way, it was very traumatic, and that's why it's being stored in your body because you were meant to release it and you still haven't. All right. Yeah, okay, I could feel that sadness. It's definitely time to let that go. The sorrow, you showed up like a hero. You had to sit through and go through some difficulties, and you showed up in that way, and you took them on, and now it's time to release them. Spirit, what else do we need to know at this time? What else do we need to hear? What can I express? What can I share with our viewer? I'm going to talk to your higher self, your future self. What is it that you need to have action in doing now? Once you release this sorrow, what is it you need to know beyond that? This one. Yeah. Okay. So this sorrow has actually blocked your creative flow. Creative flow comes through. It's like divine energy that pours through us. Okay. You are a very creative person. The one I'm speaking with, you used to be extremely creative until this blocked you. It is actually also interfering with your physical intimacy. It is blocking all of that creative flow. Okay, so it's blocking you in the physical intimacy, which is the same as your creative expression. This is why it's so important right now and why you're being called to let this go and mourn the loss because you went through something traumatic, and heal that trauma by seeing it for what it is, and for instead of blaming yourself or feeling guilty, giving yourself so much love and hugs because that's what your spirit team are doing right now. Yeah, again with the goosebumps. They are giving you so much love and saying you showed up and went through this. It was exactly what you set out to do before you got here. You showed up brilliantly. Everything you did was perfect, and they want to celebrate you, not feel the sorrow. The sorrow isn't supposed to be there. It's a celebration that you were able to go through this and go through that trauma and be very super strong. You were chosen to do this because you had this strength, and at the time you didn't even know you had this strength. And this has developed a deeper, almost like an enhanced strength that you needed to see you had deep inside, but that was all it was supposed to be, and then you release it. So it's time. I'm being called to explain. You need to transmute, alchemize the pain, which is almost, I'm being told, was presenting to the outside world as like an anger, because you felt anger over this because the sadness was too much, so you built this anger around it like armor, which is what's keeping you from, it's blocking the creative. It's like you show up with this armor, like you're almost defensive. Yes. And it's about transmuting and alchemizing this feeling, this emotion, and instead of looking at in the negative or the blame or any shame or anything like that, that's all operating out of the ego. You're supposed to take that energy, and what you're meant to do is take that, the trauma and everything, and use it as a powerful force that generates you forward. And what's going to happen is this block is going to unblock very quickly once you do this. Once you forgive yourself for not being any more than you could have been, but still, you need to forgive yourself and quit holding blame for that. Once you do, you're going to engage in that equal passionate emotion that you've carried all this time. It's going to transmute into something very creative. And this emotion is going to be transmuted and alchemized into something positive that's going to bring a lot of powerful creative flow, and everything you've been suppressing thus far is going to be put into this creation, this creative project, with such intensity that it is going to be healing for both yourself and others who are a part of it, who touch it, who see it, who feel it. Okay, so this is very important. You need to release that which has been really keeping you in like a mental prison. It's like you felt guilty moving on. Yeah, there was guilt for moving on, which caused deep sorrow, and then this shield. It's definitely time. It's very important. You've been, your angels have been trying to get you to do this, but it's almost like whenever you got that intuitive hit, you quickly put these walls up because it was too painful to look at. And you need to see there was lessons for you and lessons for any other party that you showed up and did your part to help with. Okay? I don't know why, but I am getting this card. It says schizophrenia. Might have something to do with something that you needed to hear, but it's about making a decision. And I think what it is, and in this card, it depicts a person who won't make a choice. They're holding on to both, and it's keeping you frozen, like keeping someone frozen. It's like this pain was keeping you frozen from moving forward. And once you let go, your path will become very clear. This creative energy will become more focused and intense and passionate, and it will be coming out of from you with love, with massive love and forgiveness and passion and compassion. Yes, lots of compassion. And so everybody who comes into contact this, it'll almost bring compassion into their energy field, which they will be able to then express to others, especially those who have gone through a similar experience. That's what I'm getting. So it's a lot about letting go. And it's about choosing yourself. Quit holding yourself prisoner. That's not what anything is meant to be. Exactly. I've got once you release this, you will choose a different path. It'll be one you've never traveled on before, and it's going to flow so fast, but like a river. It's going to flow like a river effortlessly. And all of these things have been held back because of this pain inside. Your intensity is going to be pushing you forward. But instead, pushing you backward in pain, it'll be thrusting you forward with love and understanding and a deeper wisdom from the experience that's going to help you almost show others or teach others, maybe through this craft of yours, how to get through experiences like this. Yeah, your life is trying to show you anything is available to you. Like your entire world is open up. You get to just choose what you want. Once you let go, you will be free to see this with such clarity. You'll also have some divine blessings and gifts coming through. So right now, a lot of your intuitive abilities are actually very much shrunk down. So although you're extremely intuitive, they've been almost squeezed shut, like the flow has been constricted. And it's got to do with these tears that are being suppressed, and it's causing this constriction. And once you allow these to flow and you let go and release, realizing that experiences come into our life a lot of the times is exactly by divine timing or something that you chose to experience or learn in this life. They are not meant to. We don't stay frozen in that frame. You take the almost as an outsider, you take the experience, you look at it, what can be learned by this, and then release it with forgiveness and gratitude for the lesson. Even though gratitude doesn't seem to match, I'm getting from you right now, gratitude doesn't seem to match. It was hell, you're saying. It was hell. But gratitude, because that hell was designed to teach you and the other parties, or help the other parties. And you didn't realize it, but you were divinely assisting in something that took great courage and strength to have to go through. And now it's time to move forward. And there are rewards being offered to you that I'm getting that you would feel guilt for receiving anything, for going through that, because you felt like you didn't show up the way you were supposed to. But that's not true. You showed up perfectly. And that's what your ancestors want you to know. You showed up perfectly. Yeah, it's time to close out that cycle so you don't keep getting haunted by it and you don't keep reliving it. Because if you're looking at it, you're bringing more of it forward, okay? So it's time to put that peace to rest and put that peace in your heart. The peace. You're meant to move forward in peace, knowing it was set up that way. Okay? Yeah, it's time to let your inner gifts shine. You've been holding back. Your creative flow's been blocked. Your intuitive abilities have been blocked. Things have been blocked because of this, and you're meant to shine your beauty, your knowledge, your wisdom, your deeper understandings. And you've been so afraid. It's like I'm feeling like your throat chakra was blocked, and your heart chakra. Actually, there's a few chakras that were blocked. You didn't want to speak truth into it. You didn't want to speak of it. It was too difficult to look at. And so it's been holding you back. It's been blocking your chakras. And it's time for you to share your beautiful inner gifts. And so your angels are saying it's time to let it go. Yeah, where you are, you're not supposed to still be here. I mean, we're all where we're supposed to be. It's suggested we're always where we're supposed to be, but you're being prompted, almost prodded, poked and prodded to get out of the space you're in, because now it's your turn to move forward. It's your time. Where you feel comfy right now is not where you're meant to stay. So it's time to release anything that has been holding you back, clear the path, and move forward. Okay, that's what I'm getting called to share. Is there anything else that we need to express through these Osho Zen cards? Divine spirits and higher self of the beautiful viewers, the collective. Please come through, Spirit, and give us our messages with great clarity. Let's channel something. Okay. This one I know is meant to find you. I'm just being told, thank goodness. Okay, we're going to get to this. This was apparently the big thing. So this means something. It's got a lot to do also with making a choice. You're holding on to both. And apparently the viewer is struggling with a choice. Okay? Remember, you're looking at it as you can see the positives of both and the negatives of both, right? That's why this choice is so difficult. But you can't compare one to the other. They each have their purpose. You're being told that no matter what you choose, you will come out okay. You will either choose the longest path to get to where you belong. No matter what, you're going to be brought to where you really need to be. Or you're going to choose the path of least resistance. You're going to choose the thing that brings you the most joy, which is going to take you to the appropriate place, which is where you need to be. Either way you're going around, either the short way or the long way, the easier way or the one that has one more or a few more lessons in it. But you need to choose with the heart. You need to feel your way through this one. You can't think yourself through this one. No. That's what the problem is. You're overthinking, and so you're juggling both. Once you silence the mind and really just do some deep breathing, and I know you may have heard this before, but just really focus on your breathing deeply in through the nose, and then release any negatives out through the mouth. And if you continue to do that and your mind starts to wander back to that event, pull it back in, focus again, and keep focusing. And what you're going to do is you're going to start connecting yourself with your higher self, your future self. And they're going to give you the intuitive hits and the intuitive messages that you need to make the right decision for yourself. And it's going to save you from going around the long way. Your mind is saying one way, your heart's saying the other. Yeah. You are definitely destined for a breakthrough. And so your spirit team, they're trying to get you through these last little bits, through these last little lessons, and to release the past, because you are going to be going through a massive breakthrough, which is going to totally change your world. It's going to step you into a whole new realm, a whole new timeline, and you won't be feeling like the outsider anymore, because you're going to come to terms with something. You're going to see how valuable you really are, your self-worth. You're going to learn to really love and appreciate who you are in this life and what everything was for. Because once you look at that event that caused you great sorrow in its truth, you're going to be able to look at everything in its truth. You're going to see how everything had a purpose. And I'm getting that you really recognize patterns. You really recognize patterns. You're extremely wise that way. It's your perception is on point. And once you do that, that's why you're going to see how everything in your life had a purpose, and you're going to connect the dots. You're going to connect the dots, and you're going to go through a transformation. Oh, this is powerful. You're going to go through a major spiritual transformation. It is going to change you because you're going to put everything into perspective. Instead of looking at it through your mind's lens with the ego, you're going to look at it through a very high level, spiritual, big perspective, bird's eye view approach. Almost like you're looking at a story of somebody else, big picture, seeing all the patterns, and you're going to break through a lot. You're going to be a cycle breaker. You're going to break through some cycles that have come around. You're going to see the pattern, how the same type of people, the same types of jobs. Oh, 10:10 on the clock. Oh, yes. You are so due for this. This is why it's such a massive breakthrough and a massive transformation. This sorrow you've been holding for so long, once you let it go, oh boy, you're right on your divine path. It's going to have a lot to do with this choice you're making. Something from the past is holding you back from making that decision because you fear it's going to lead to the same kind of sorrow. That may or may not resonate with you, but that's the channeled message I'm getting right now. That you're worried that the same thing's going to repeat because you see patterns. It has nothing to do with that event. Okay, they're saying, don't say it has nothing to do with that event. There was something you learned from that event. That's why this decision is not going to reflect the same exact thing happening because it was a separate entity all itself. Okay? Yeah, so they're telling me fast forward. Okay. Oh, a lot of energy coming through. Holy doodle. So, there's something creatively that you haven't flowed into, haven't expressed, haven't done. But once you get rid of this block and you realize how powerful you are and how you fit into that and why you were there, it wasn't to carry the sorrow. And once you learn this, there's two things you're going to integrate. Okay? Integration. Once you integrate these two things, definitely I'm getting it has to do with something creative about you, your creative source. Once you integrate, wow, okay, I don't know, am I supposed to say that? Digestion, okay. It might have something to do with pregnancy and I'm almost feeling like creative fertility, kindness. Okay, this is really weird, but I'm always told to speak what I get. So this will only resonate with some of you because this is a collective reading. It's got something to do with almost like I'm getting, I don't know how to say this, but like almost like being a surrogate mother or helping someone else to achieve their goal of having a baby. I'm just going to leave it at that. That's got something I don't know why. There's something about that, but integrating, we'll go back to this now because that was being really put in there good. Something about integrating your creative ability. Maybe you're able to get pregnant and you're thinking about being a surrogate mother for somebody or donating I don't know, or something, but there's something, you integrate two things, your creativity and something else. You're going to know what this is, and it's got something to do with this intense goal, this intensity that's going to come through, that you are going to make it happen. You are a very powerful manifester, and that's why after this breakthrough and then this transformation, you will have enough energy and creative flow and fertility to make this happen. Goosebumps. Oh wow. Yeah, first you need to cry it out. You need to get rid of the sorrow. You need to melt the walls that are blocking you. And you'll start to realize you can be vulnerable. You can let people in again. That's not going to keep recurring, okay? You need to cry it out. Go beat on a pillow all by yourself. Play the sappy music. Make yourself cry. You are just as rightful to be where you are and to achieve the same goals as everybody else. It's just this block has stopped you. I'm hearing you keep asking, when is it my turn? Or when, how come I can't? Or, and they're saying, no, no, quit saying that. Change the narrative. You say, of course I can. Of course I am. Of course I accept it. Yeah, your angels are talking to you loud and clear, and you can't block them out because they want what's best for you. They know what's coming, where you need to be. It's time you listen to it in the silence. It's time you take some time by yourself. You don't feel comfortable by yourself. I'm getting that when you're by yourself, that's when this sorrow feels like you don't like the sound of your silence. It's almost like I'm hearing a heartbeat. I'm feeling like sometimes you hear your heartbeat in your head when you lay down at night. It's like boof, 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 boof. And it's really disturbing, and it brings out these feelings of sorrow, and then you have to fight it. And it's about time that you get very comfortable with your aloneness. It's not lonely, your aloneness, because that's where your angels are trying to talk to you. And they've been trying to tell you about this amazing transformation and all this that's due for you. And that, yeah, it's time to let that go. You were never meant to hold any of that, not at all. Yeah, release control. Release control, because you're not going to be able to stop these events from happening in life. You feel like if you don't think about it, or if you just ignore it or block it, that it's going to save somebody else from experiencing it, or yourself or something. That's not the case. When we have a contract or an agreement with another soul, and we come here and we carry these out, we can't control the things around us to prevent it from happening. So even if you feel like if you do just this and not that and this, then it's going to prevent this thing from ever happening again. Or it's not the case. You are divinely protected. You need to know this. You showed up and you actually did something brave and such strength that you've been carrying it this whole time, but it's not yours to carry. And once you realize you need to let go of control, that is how it's protected. That's how you protect your loved ones. You let go of control and trust in life, because the more we try to control things, the more we are going against what's meant for us by our divine purpose. Okay? You have a divine protection, and those that you love in your energy are always divinely protected. So if something negative happens, it's got nothing to do with you. It doesn't. Not in the way you think. It's got everything to do with you're providing this protection. So there are some things we cannot protect against, and that's because those people or us, we decided when we came here to this 3D world, we were going to achieve certain things, go through certain things, and you can't control it. You can't defy what is by fate meant for us, because we chose it to learn. Okay, so it's time to let go of control. It's time to release it, because you are being divinely guided. You're already protected. It is safe for you to break through those old belief patterns. It is not only safe, it is so important. You don't have to worry about the future. It only brings you stress. You are, just like I said, where's that card? You are meant to fly like everybody else. Only you are holding yourself back by trying to control things and by believing old narratives that your mind keeps replaying. And they're not true. You have a massive transformation on its way. And actually, you're meant to be out helping others, participating with others, because and I feel like this blockage, it's stopped you. And your part is needed, okay? To make something beautiful, to make something incredible. It might have something to do with this integration. Yes, yes, yes. I'm being told this integration. You're going to yeah. There's something you're going to add your creative flow. Oh, backwards, sorry. Your creative flow integrated with other people. You'll be participating, people of your soul group, people of the same, they've gone down the same learning path. They have the same purpose. When you integrate it all, when you're able to walk through this sorrow and finally join in with this, there's something that you're working with others with, it's going to be incredible. incredible. And it takes healing through this sorrow to allow yourself to come out of this walled defense mechanism. I'm getting walls of safety. You need to be able to step through those in order to incorporate what you've learned with others to create something amazing. It's going to help so many people. Yeah, all of your blessings, all of the seeds you've sown, all of your prayers have already been answered. They're waiting for you to get through this grief, this sorrow, and release it, to claim it. It's being waved in your face, but you can't see it for the ice balls. Like, this is a parallel which is right beside you. It's like where your ancestors are, right beside you. But because you're vibrating at a lower frequency and it's just above you, you are not able to see it or claim it because this sorrow is holding you at a lower frequency. It's time for change. You can do this. I feel this is a very powerful message. Like, this reading, your life is about to transform, because I think you needed permission. You needed to hear this, that you need to let go and see the sorrow for what it was. It has zero to do with where you're going or some responsibility you were meant to. You weren't supposed to show up any other way. Yeah, okay, I'm getting, yeah, you're an Empress. You could be, you're a male, maybe, female. I'm getting female, but it could be a male who has this Empress energy. In other words, you are super creative. You are super nurturing, very attractive. Your aura, your energy field attracts others, okay? Your aura is, and your energy field is extremely healing, which is why you sometimes have some very unhealed people in your energy field, and you're meant to step into this Empress power. The sorrow has kept you back from it. This transformation is going to get you to understand exactly how incredible you are and what your true purpose is. And I want you to listen to this, okay? I'm going to read you what the card says. This is not by coincidence. Nothing's coincidence. Pregnancy, fertility, motherhood, sensuality, nurturing, creativity, beauty, femininity, nature, harmony, art. Okay, are you hearing that? There was a whole bunch of creativity, a whole lot of fertility. This is what we've been talking about. This is what the sorrow has held you back from. This is your purpose in life. And we've got the Ace of Cups. Frig. Okay, I'm going to read it to you just because I want you to hear. Okay, I want you to hear. New beginnings, new relationships, new romance, love, happiness, joy, conception, fertility, pregnancy, celebration, socializing. This is what is awaiting you. This is what is awaiting you once you get past the sorrow and release it. Seeing it was only a stepping stone. And I'm not trying to downplay it. I know I'm feeling the pain you held all this time. The pain you went through. I'm feeling shock and pain and trauma. Yeah, you still get triggers sometimes. So when you feel these triggers, your angels are saying when you feel triggered, that's the part they're saying. As soon as you feel that, the fight, flight, fawn, or freeze feeling, you're meant to, it's pointing a giant arrow. That's what needs to be healed and released. And you could follow that all the way back to the first time in your life you ever felt like that. Okay? They're saying that's what needs to be released. That's the sorrow that needs to go. That's what you need to heal. And an amazing life is waiting for you. Again, all this fertility, all this creation, creative flow. I mean, if that isn't incentive enough to finally release the sorrow and know that everything you're leaving behind is energy. I'm being told to tell you, you're not releasing something. You're afraid to let it go because you have such an emotional connection. You're afraid if you heal beyond it, you'll be releasing it, and you're terrified because you're holding on to it because of the emotional connection. But whoa, okay, and this is going a lot of different directions. Let me just hold on. I'll let them back in. So energy, once you release this, the positive essence of that, the part that you were connected out of love, is going to be able to finally incarnate into this life in another form. It wants to be a part of you in a healthy way. But your constant inability to release it in this ice, you're holding it in this 3D world. It wants to be released. This energy wants to be released, but your sorrow is holding it back, and it's time for you to set it free. Do it out of love. Release this out of love for what it is that caused sorrow, and release it out of love for yourself and the beautiful aspects that once kept you so drawn to or gripping this, whatever it was, can come back and incarnate in a healthier form into your life. And that, oh, you're going to notice this right away. Boy, these angels are talking tonight. That, oh my gosh, you're blocking that from happening. Sorry, hard, tough love, I got to tell you that. By holding on to the sorrow, that is supposed to incarnate again, reincarnate into your life and be this fertility and creation and creativity and all of these blessings. Oh my gosh. So that's why you're going to see, as soon as you let go of the sorrow, as soon as you finally release it the way you're supposed to, everything you've been dreaming of, that same energy that you've been holding on to will be able to return back to the creator and be transformed in an energy that will bring these beautiful things into your life. So by letting it go, it will come back in something so much better. Yeah, okay, and now I'm being told to tell you, you need to allow yourself to imagine all of these ties and tethers and imaginary, or no, invisible, they're saying invisible ties to different things. You're going to say, with love and with conviction, I take all ties that I can see and cannot see, and any energy, any entity, any person, place, or thing, or timeline. I take all of these tethered lines and I cut them. I cut them with love. I separate them from myself and I cut them. And I put them in a beautiful ball of golden light. And I surround them with love and forgiveness and gratitude for all of the beautiful lessons I learned. And I release them with gratitude for the lessons and with love and compassion to the Creator, the Divine, God, however it is you call to your higher source. I release them to do with that as you see fit, with gratitude. You need to do this. It's a cord cutting, because this thing you've been holding on to is causing you great sorrow. And once you release it, magic is about to happen, okay? Not just for you, but for the energy that's been tied and held back. So all guilt must be left behind. You showed up exactly as you were meant to. Wow, yeah, you're meant for a lot of blessings, a great deal of blessings. You're going to find strength from this, a newfound strength that you never realized about yourself, and your beautiful Empress energy is going to shine through, and this has been stopping you from helping a lot of people, including yourself, but a lot of people, including your ancestors. You're all connected. Yeah. This is after a time of great sorrow. You went through a lot, and it's time for change. It's time for change. It's time for success. It's time to start seeing things for what they really are and what these events were really for, and to start loving yourself. Okay, start loving yourself and saying, wow, that was pretty tough what I went through, and I need to release it from me so I can release all of it. and I can heal because I love myself. I know I did my best, and I know I'm going to continue to do my best. Each day I'm learning, and I'll be better the next day. And love yourself for all of it because you are a trooper. You came here, you showed up, the warrior that you are. You're amazing. You're the Empress. That's magical. So it's time. All right. I really hope that helped you. I hope now you see the truth. Oh, they're telling me to keep going. I hope you see the truth in all of it. I hope you quit putting this judgment and this looking at it as what was good and what was bad, and you see it for what it is, because you are not just a sheep. You are something far more powerful. Like I said, the Empress. You are not meant to sit in this sadness and keep suppressing it. You are the master. You're meant to show other people through example, and by carrying this lesson forward and seeing life in a whole new way, in all of its faculties, I'm being told to say, you're going to break the chains of it. You're going to set yourself free. You're not going to carry the burden of this anymore. You're not going to carry the burden of this anymore. You're going to learn to turn within. And you're going to stop all of these tower moments from happening. And yeah, you know what I'm talking about, where it's like you're being pushed into the path instead of choosing it for yourself. You're going to see how worthy you are when you turn within and you start meditating, and you won't have this defensive wall around you. You will participate with others. You will take a leap of faith. You will take a leap of faith. You will have the strength to, because you'll release the weight, the energetic weight that's been holding you back with this sorrow. Oh, I can feel you flying like a bird, just like soaring and looking at all of your possibilities. I can feel this energy getting lighter and lighter. You know what I'm going to do with your consent? I'm going to try to remove some of it for you so you can see the sensation that you're meant to feel. So if you're okay with that, I'm just going to try to take some of the burden off of you. I think your angels are getting me to just take some of it off. And although I've never done this in video before, I could see your energy. I'm going to tap into it, and I'm going to remove some of the burden. You're going to see how much lighter this feels. So I'd like you to take a deep, deep breath in through your nose. Breathe in all the golden light in through the top of your head and in through your body. And breathe all the negative out of your mouth. I can feel your Empress energy trying to come through. You're a healer. Yeah, you're a healer and a teacher. Yes, you are. Okay, again, these breaths in through the nose. Nice and deep into your belly, into your toes, it's going to come out of your fingertips as you're filling your body with light, and then out through the mouth. Getting something about your ear. Now it's mirrored, so I think it's your left ear. Something about a female in your life. Something they said it hurt you. Yeah. Something that they said it hurt you. And it's time to release that. They were speaking from an unhealed place. And it has nothing to do with who you really are. Just going down through your energy, if you don't mind. You might feel warm and tingly, or a little cool and tingly. Yeah, you've had burdens on your shoulders. We're going to take those off. We're going to take those off. I'm going to show you. Can you feel that? Doing your left shoulder right now. And the other shoulder. What is that? Masculines in your life. They've expected you to do a lot, and they weren't always reciprocating. And you've had heavy burdens from the masculines in your life, and that's because I don't want to steal from your whole journey. You need to experience this for yourself too. But take a look at the father figure in your life. Taking it off now. You'll see that you always tried to heal subconsciously the wounds in your father figure. Things that you always wanted to heal in him. You tried to through other masculines. That's why you kept bringing the same ones back. And that their unhealed parts were just like your dad. It's like your father. We're taking that off now. That burden is not yours. weighed you down a lot. Yeah, that didn't feel good. That's off you. There's more to go, but I started that journey for you, okay? Okay, creative source. We're going to help remove some of the block where source is coming in and it's sitting stagnant. I want you to digest all of these beautiful ideas and keep an open mind because you're so creative. You're meant to come here and flow with creativity. Yes, I'm seeing your beautiful light start to open up. Oh, I've got goosebumps. Your ancestors, they're so proud of you. They're like, they want to, oh, they're saying you've had all these divine gifts passed down for generations, and that's what you could tap into. They've been giving you these nudges, but you've been so blocked you haven't seen them. It could be painting or writing. There's some creativity here. This singing, performing, speaking. It's got to do with your voice. That's why you've been having throat problems. Yeah, when you have throat problems, that's when that's blocked, okay? So they're saying speak up. Oh, with your true, authentic feelings. No more saying yes when you mean no. Speak your feelings. You could trust that you're diplomatic enough. You're so worried because of this masculine, there was a masculine unhealed thing that you kept. You were so worried about hurting others the way you once hurt by the words that were said from this masculine and also this female that said something that really hurt you. You're so worried about hurting others that you're almost, people pleasing. So you don't say what you really want to say because you're worried they will feel what you felt. And that's not the case. You're too, look at your core. Oh my gosh. It's like, it's on fire with passion. It is so beautiful. It is complete, absolute, unconditional love. You can't hurt others. But sometimes you have to speak your truth because others are meant to hear that. Yeah. Others are meant to hear that. And when you hold back your words, you're stealing that information that they're meant to hear. So have faith. Speak your truth. Something about your hips here. Moving forward. Maybe that's that decision. Yep, okay. Something about your hips. We'll take some of that off. You have beautiful energy. You are a completely beautiful light being, healer. And the knees. Again, something about the knees. When you're not expressing yourself creatively, your knees will be talking to you. Your body talks to you to help you understand things. Okay, one more once over. I'm pulling it all through. Nice flow at the fingertips and the toes. Grounding you. I want you to picture this beautiful light, golden light, going all the way from your head all the way down. It's filling up your body completely. It's going down your shoulders, out through your arms, and feel that heat through your fingertips. And then I want you to see it's continuing to go down. It's going down through your chest, into your lungs, down into your solar plexus, that beautiful creative flow. It's also flowing and filling your legs all the way down, knees, down to your calves, your ankles. Now you're moving with flexibility forward. You're trusting your spirit. Your spirit guides have your back. They're going to show you the path. You just need to be open. And then out through the toes. And now you've got this beautiful root coming down out of your toes, out of the soles of your feet. And it's going down, down, down through the different layers of the earth, through the crust, through everything. Look at all that, right down deep, like a plant that's deeply rooted, a tree that's deeply rooted. And it's wrapping around the core of the earth. It is wrapping tight around the core of the earth. And this is keeping you grounded. And you could trust in this. You can trust that you are so connected with Mother Earth. You are protected, you are grounded, and you now know the way. And that you are free to release this sorrow because you are meant to shine. And I feel you stepping into this beautiful light. And you are so warm and peaceful, and your heart is so beautiful. Your ancestors are in such joy right now that you're finally allowing yourself to free yourself and walk forward and let the tears flow. Let the tears flow. Quit holding them back. That's going to cleanse the rest of it. It's going to cleanse the rest of the hurt and the sorrow. Whenever you're called to get rid of any blockages, you could save this. You can send this to yourself so you've got it and you can look back at this and remember who you are. You are so powerful. Your ancestors work through you all the time, they're saying. They work through you all the time, and you're so gracious to let them flow through you. They're saying you're so gracious and you're so strong and you're a warrior. You signed up for this to allow all of them to help you and to flow through you, okay, in this physical world. You are so brave and beautiful, and they are shining their light through you. What am I seeing? A snowflake. A snowflake. And the sun. That might have something that you needed to hear. It looks like it's almost made out of lace. I'm hearing lace, snowflake, sunshine. Okay, I want you, if your eyes have been closed all this time, I want you to slowly open them, and I want you to feel so grounded, because that's where you are right now. You are so grounded, and you are light at the same time. You are everything. You are the Empress. Open your eyes and find the safety and feel the serene love all around you, and they're hugging you. Can you feel that hug? And it's time for you to carry out this journey, carry on this path. It's time to release anything that doesn't serve you, because you are so beautiful, and the forward motions that you take are going to help heal others just by your very essence. And their gratitude is coming through because they can feel and share their love and light and healing and their intuition, and that they're giving you your divine gifts. They share it through you, and they're so grateful you're allowing that to flow again. Okay? Whew, that was really wild. I don't know how long I've been doing that. It feels like a while, but I hope this helped. I feel like it did. And I'm going to go cleanse myself now. I want you to allow yourself to move forward with love and with peace in your heart, because that is your divine right. It is your divine birthright, and you don't need to carry other problems that aren't yours. Okay, you've got a bigger purpose. Save your energy and walk forward with such grace for yourself and tolerance and patience with yourself, because you're just like us. We're all in this together. We're learning and growing together. We're making mistakes. We're getting messy, but we're getting stronger every day. And I'm so proud of you. Deepest blessings, light and love. Please continue to shine on.